got the internet going nuts.
Deal tipping on Bobos, wrapped in Bobos, tipping on Bobos, wrapped in Bobos.
This year we're celebrating the 5-year anniversary of Still Tippin', and back in '05 this record was just a monster. It was everywhere, and looking back, it's probably one of the hottest songs of the decade. And why it's important is it brought that chopped and screwed sound to the masses. It was the first time they made one of those records that was accessible enough that you didn't have to be on drugs to appreciate it. It made pretty big stars out of the 3 rappers on it, and the last 5 years have just not really been kind to them.
Looking slick at all times when I'm flipping.
The first verse on Still Tippin' is from Slim Thug. And 5 years ago, this guy was just on top of the world. He was signed to the Neptune's label, so he had the hottest producers. He was on this just anthem of a record. And he was on one of Beyonce's singles, which is just like, you know, a ticket to worldwide fame and stardom. But it hasn't worked out for him. I don't know if he's still working with the Neptunes or not. I know he had a couple albums that didn't really do that great. And then, last year, the guy's on his computer twittering about how he's watching the Grammys, pleasuring himself while looking at Alicia Keys and Beyonce. And then he's taking just bizarre twit pics of himself with no shirt on, with girls with him in his bathroom. Come on, dude, you're a rapper. Stop trying to be Usher. Normally, I'm all for freedom of speech and that the internet is a great equalizer and it gives us all access to the masses. This guy should not be allowed on for his own good. The second verse on the song is by Mike Jones, and Still Tippin' is actually a Mike Jones record. And 5 years ago, he was the man. He was everywhere, on the radio all over the country, BET, MTV, just, everywhere. And, the last 5 years have not been kind to him either. His second album got delayed and pushed back, and I don't know if that ever really came out. His third album came out in '09, and he went on a tour promoting it, BET's 106 in Park, MTV Jams, all that stuff, and everybody's trying to help him promote it. Who'd you work with, what producers, what's the next single going to be, and all the dude wanted to talk about was how he lost 100 pounds eating the Subway diet. So you got this guy going from on top of the hip-hop world in '05 to trying to be the next Jared from Subway in '09. And it didn't work for him. He's still not on Subway commercials. He's still paying for his footlongs. In my mind, when he called Subway to ask for a deal, I think Subway responded something like this.
Who is Mike Jones?
Ever did get through and speak to someone at Subway, I imagine it was like this. Hi, my name is Mike Jones. I want to endorse your sandwiches.
Who is Mike Jones?
And then, if somebody at Subway did try to call him back at this number, I'd imagine they heard something like this. We're sorry, the number you were trying to reach has been disconnected. The last verse on the song is by Paul Wall. And after the release of Still Tippin', Paul Wall really blew up. The guy was everywhere. He's hanging out with Travis Barker on MTV and doing songs with Hulk Hogan's daughter. And you're selling grills to everybody in the entertainment industry, which to me personally seems like an odd way to invest your money, because really, with the recession, how many people are trying to put $80,000 worth of diamonds in their mouth? But whatever, it worked out for him for a while, and I just found out he got gastric bypass surgery, which in my mind, the conversation with his doctor went a little bit like this.
Tippins and no packings and no packings. Blowing on that endo. GameCube, Nintendo. 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window. These niggas don't understand me, cause I'm boss hog on candy. Top down at Maxis with a big Glock.
I'm Paul Wall, and I got the internet going nuts. What up, Doc? What it do?
I don't have any idea what that means, but I've been looking at my charts, and it appears to me, Mr. Wall, that you are morbidly obese.
Damn, I'm morbidly obese? I thought I was just regular obese. And I can't work out, I'm way too busy. Between chopping slabs, sipping scissor, chucking a deuce, and making grills for the cast of Desperate Housewives, I would have to get gastric bypass surgery.
Gastric bypass is an option. Another option would be to stop abusing cough syrup and driving your car 2 miles an hour down the highway.
Nah, I think I'll just get the surgery. It's gonna be hard to keep the internet going nuts if I get punked by Subway like Mike Jones.
Looks like you're gonna have to change the name of that album to Heart of a Champion, Stomach of a Baby.
I got the internet going nuts.